door, I make them bitches hit the floor for keys. Yeah.
Travis got it here, and I'm back with some more boxing. Danny Garcia said he don't like Keith Thurman. He said this is personal. We going to war, and you know what? This is personal. Because Keith Thurman been a fucking hype job since he came out. Y'all just didn't realize it, man. Y'all believe the hype and shit too much. He's a fucking hype job, no wonder. People always fall for the hype. But he said this shit is personal, man, and it is personal. And Keith Thurman is making it personal because, look, Keith Thurman is talking about he ain't got no problem beating up on these father-son combos. Guerrero had his dad. Porter had his dad. And now Danny Garcia got his dad as a trainer. And then Keith Thurman got the nerve to tell Danny Garcia to his face in front of his father that he was going to knock him the fuck out. That's something that Keith Thurman liked to do. He liked to talk that shit to motherfuckers' face and shit, try to get into somebody's head. We already expecting it, Keith. But you ain't knocking nobody out, man. You ain't even dropped Porter. You couldn't stop Guerrero. It's been a while, man. You couldn't take Collazo off of his feet. So, KO's for life? Nah, KO's for life against bums. Bums are the only ones that you are KOing nowadays. Danny Garcia ain't even never been down. Keith Thurman has been down before in his career, right? I saw Danny Garcia tell Keith Thurman that. No excuses for Keith Thurman, who been a 10-year pro. Took him 8 years to win a fucking title, and it was only a WBA interim. Then he got promoted to regular, and then finally, just for this fight, he got promoted to super. But he been running around as a secondary champion all of this motherfucking time. And y'all think he the shit. While he fighting all old Mexicans, man. You know what I'm saying? All old Mexicans that like to sit around and drink Coronas and shit all day. And eat fucking burritos. Not tacos, burritos. You know, throw a bunch of beans on that bitch. That's the type of motherfuckers that Keith Thurman like to fight. Why not old black people or even old white people? Shit. You know, he singled out old Mexicans. That's the type of fighters that Keith Thurman like to fight. Flat-footed old Mexicans. And now you got flat-footed Danny, right? That's what Porter like to call him, flat-footed Danny. And flat-footed Danny is over here like, my turn. Let's see you do me how you doing all of the rest of these motherfuckers. You know, actually, Keith Thurman was all for making this fight. Keith Thurman, the same guy that was calling out all of these other people, right? He want to fight this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, that guy. It was one guy that he didn't want to fight. But he wanted to fight Danny Garcia. Now, he might be making a mistake. Because, yeah, you know, he might be flat-footed. Danny Garcia don't bounce around much on his feet. But he's not old, man. You fight old people. That's the type of fighters that you like to fight. It's nice to see Keith Thurman kind of stepping it up, man. He fought Porter in his last fight. Now he's fighting Danny Garcia. You know, if he loses this fight, it's going to be like, damn. You know, I've been enjoying the ride. Danny Garcia released a statement. And he said, it's always personal when someone fights against someone. I don't like Thurman. The bad blood will run on March 4th. I do not know him personally, but we're going to war. He's my enemy. Now, that one kind of caught me off guard when he said, I do not know him personally. I thought they might have knew each other somehow. I don't know. You know, you just show up to motherfuckers' press conferences and shit, calling them out. You don't even know who the fuck they is. It's kind of like, it'll make me mad on some street shit. I remember when Demetrius Andrade showed up to Jamal Charlo's post-fight press conference after the J-Rock fight, trying to get a fight, and Jamal was like, we can do it on the streets. You know, that's kind of like how I would feel. You know, get the fuck out of here. And Danny Garcia could have been the same way, but Danny Garcia, he just be chilling and shit. He just be laughing at motherfuckers. Danny Garcia is actually the biggest name at welterweight. He is. Bigger than Keith Thurman. Go figure. You know, Keith Thurman, the same motherfucker that like to call somebody a cherry picker, How is he a bigger name than you in your own weight class and you've been there the longest? And your name was so tied to fucking Floyd Mayweather, like he liked to brag and shit, because he was the WBA regular champion. Floyd was the WBA super champion. That's why. And Keith Thurman been at this weight all of this motherfucking time, and Danny Garcia is a bigger name. It's a bigger name. And then you know what? Danny Garcia is a 3-time world champion. Keith Thurman is a 1-time world champion. He might just stay a 1-time world champion. That's his name, right? Keith 1-time Thurman. Once upon a time. When the fuck Keith Thurman gonna win another title? He hoping so with this Danny Garcia fight, but it might not even go his way. Keith Thurman, I just don't know about this motherfucker, man. You don't know, like, if he's gonna be aggressive and try to knock somebody out, or if he's gonna try to run from you. You just don't know. He's been hurt to the head and to the body before. So you don't know how Keith Thurman is going to fight. If he's going to run or he's going to try to be aggressive. This motherfucker going to probably try to run. He's going to try to outbox Danny Garcia. And then he's going to lose on points. Like, you should go for the knockout. Take it out of the judge's hands. Because I don't want to hear you saying, I got robbed. I think I deserve to win that fight. You know he's going to say it. I deserve to win that fight. No, man, I won that fight. Just because what? You know, Porter outlanded him. Porter outthrew him. I mean, Porter landed one more shot still, you know. But Porter threw like 150 more. And then the crowd felt like Porter beat him. You coming off of a fight where, like, the crowd felt like you lost that fight. And then what if you would have really lost it? Then what? You know, he would have said, I thought that I won that fight. And then he lose this fight. I thought that I won that fight. He gonna make excuses, man. He gonna make excuses and shit. But it ain't even gonna fucking matter. And then Keith Thurman's gonna be looking fucked up out here. When he loses fight with Danny Garcia, he gonna be looking fucked up out here for talking all of that shit. You know, he's been exposed before and shit. And then he beat you, and then what? Oh, man, I deserve to win the fight. And then you go from the boogeyman to losing to a guy who you called the cherry picker. Cherry Garcia. That's what you called him, right? And then he beat your ass. And then you going to be looking like a damn fool. What you going to do then, Keith? The fuck you going to do? You going to go and you going to keep fighting once a year, even after getting your ass whooped by a cherry picker? Is that what you going to do? Can't do that, man. Of course you ain't going to be able to keep cherry picking old flat-footed Hispanic fighters. You're going to have to prove yourself. You know what? You know what you can do? You can go and fight Lamont Peterson for your old regular belt after you lose this fight. And then get your ass whooped by somebody that Danny Garcia already beat. Yeah, he already beat that guy. And then he gonna beat your ass. And then it's gonna be you're gonna be all the way exposed. You know, you lose the Danny Garcia fight. And then, hey, you're going to still be ranked high in the WBA. So, hey, you can get the Lamont Peterson fight. He won't mind fighting you. And then you lose that fight. Then it'll be like, damn, not only did you lose to Danny Garcia, you lost to somebody that Danny Garcia beat. And then you're going to be fucked up. You're going to be all the way fucked up. You know what? Even after that, Errol Spence would still give you a title shot with the IBF. He would still do it. Would you still say it got to be a mega fight? Would you still say some stupid shit like that after losing 2 fights? I mean, we got to get past this first fight, this Danny Garcia fight. I'm just trying to help you out, trying to play matchmaker and shit with Keith, because he going to lose, man. He going to lose the fucking fight either way. Either way it go. Whether he get too aggressive and he get caught with a shot and get stopped, or if he try to run and think that he's winning rounds where he's not winning the rounds. Either way, he's going to lose the fight. Y'all little feelings going to hurt. Going to be hurt. Everybody that was supporting Keith Thurman is going to be like, oh, man, he deserved to win the fight, but when he didn't win the fight. Either way it go, man, he going to fucking lose. You're going to probably end up taking a bunch of losses. Keith Thurman is not some spectacular fucking fighter with a spectacular fucking resume. He's a guy who's been fucking cherry picking, flat-footed, his middle-aged Hispanic fighters all of his fucking career to 8 of 10 years as a pro to become a champion, continue cherry picking. He ain't beat no fucking body. And he only knock out fucking bums. I'm Travis Gotti. Thank you for tuning in to Travis Gotti Boxing. Subscribe.
I gotta quit fucking with you. I gotta quit fucking with you.